family of 4 only ate pork, and as a result, they all grew pig noses. The father, who had the biggest appetite, even grew pig ears. The youngest son, after eating pork, went to the neighbor's house to ask for chicken legs. As soon as he finished eating, he grew a coxcomb and a chicken tail. Another neighbor only liked to eat fish, but with each bite of fish he took, a fish scale would grow on his body. Soon, his legs turned into a fish tail. However, he just casually scratched his itchy fish skin and ate even more vigorously. Another household had 2 brothers who were even stranger. One only loved to eat mutton, while the other only loved to eat beef, so they grew sheep horns and cow horns, respectively. That night, a mysterious man came to the village and took possession of the only tree. Quickly, a house sprang up from the ground. The next morning, as soon as the fish-loving uncle opened his eyes, he started fishing. The cow and sheep brothers took out a table, preparing to continue their outdoor cooking. Seeing the abrupt new house, they felt something was amiss but didn't pay much attention. Just as the 2 were eating, the door suddenly opened and the stranger walked straight to their dining table. The brothers took a closer look and were instantly terrified. Their screams of horror alerted the entire village. Villagers rushed over and discovered that this stranger was actually a normal person with all limbs intact and an ordinary appearance. Obviously, in this village full of oddities, a normal person was the true oddity. Under the pressure of the crowd, the man quickly took out his own food, a stalk of green grass, and swallowed it in one bite. It turned out this was the secret to staying normal. The villagers instantly understood. Returning home, they all replaced the meat on their tables with green grass. Sure enough, the man's mouth immediately shrank a bit. After eating the grass, the fish-tailed man's scales also receded a little. From then on, all the villagers gave up meat and started eating green grass. In just a few days, the fish-tailed man's feet turned back to normal, but he couldn't control himself and took out a fish to eat again. The next second, his legs once again turned into a fishtail. The pig-headed man also couldn't control himself and ate a pig trotter. The next second, his pig nose grew back, but now he was very disgusted by the green grass. So in a fit of anger, he decided to return to his original eating habits. A similar situation was playing out at the old chicken's house. Just as they were about to fight, on the other side, looking at the red wine with added green grass, the younger brother directly threw the glass on the ground. This action instantly triggered the emotions they had been suppressing for a long time, and they started fighting. However, the plate fell in front of the pig-headed man. Now, seeing green grass made him angry, so he directly rushed over and grabbed the other man's cow horns. The quarrel instantly spread throughout the village. The long-suppressed anger in everyone's hearts finally found an outlet. They would beat up whoever they caught. The entire village instantly descended into a chaotic scene of fighting. The next second, the fighting crowd arrived at the vegetarian's doorstep, just in time to see him leisurely eating green grass. This scene seemed to trigger some kind of switch. The villagers rushed into the man's house like crazy, convinced that he was the root of all their suffering, and unrelentingly poured out all their resentment on him. From then on, everyone returned to their carefree lives, eating whatever they wanted. However, after repeated indulgence one morning, the fish-tailed man completely turned into a fish. But as soon as he jumped into the river, he was caught by another fish-loving person.